What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Round Podcast, episode 42. And we got some more fights going on this weekend. We got some UFC, we got some Bellator, we got, some other shit like LFA, but no one really cares about that. That ain't what we're here to talk about. We'll watch it, though, but we ain't gonna talk about it. But we are gonna talk about? Is this the greatest goddamn main event in UFC Apex history? Because on a Saturday, another fight night from the Apex. Rafael Fiziev versus Mateusz Gamrot.
I'd have to go back through all the events at the Apex.
But I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, especially if this is the banger we expect. It probably will be one of the better ones.
Oh, 100%. I expect this fight to be one of the best fights for the main event. But it's just like, I off top head, like I can't think of a lot of the Apex main event just because.
Quick, just look up Sean Strickland's past 5 fights.
Nah, but I mean, straight up, it just is a great card for the Apex.
No, it really is. Like, this is actually a really good card for the Apex.
Main event.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So while the name value might not be great, I think the fights will be great.
I feel like that's where it's just like the classic Apex card, though, where it's like you got the one fight at the top, you got a couple,
But I feel like a lot of the Apex cards, you can look through them and be like, oh, let's just hope for good fights. As to where we were looking through it, like, they're good matchups and they should be good fights.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Yeah. And not only that, like, the main event, co-main event, and the feature bout all have stakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's rare for an Apex card.
No, yeah, 100%. So with that, we can get into some of the stakes here. That main event, we got two guys in the top 10 of 155 going at it. Gamrot ranked number 7, Fiziev ranked number 6, both just sitting outside the top 5. Do you think the winner of this fight gets another shot at someone in the top 5?
Yeah.
I think they do. It's go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say both of them have only lost to one guy in the top 5. Obviously Benny and Justin are both monsters. They're all monsters, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
being number 6 and 7, getting a win over that person being right outside the top 5, it's like, why would you fight down? You know, you've already been beating that, so it's like you got to work your way in.
No, yeah, exactly. And like the thing is, it'll just be depending on who wins and how they win, like who they actually find in the top 10, because I don't think they'll run back Benny Gamrot.
Yeah, I honestly think the biggest problem with it is getting someone to agree to fight the winner because obviously Charles is fighting for the title. Justin just won against Dustin, so he's not going to want to fight either of them, especially since Justin already just beat Fiziev. Dustin, he just lost to Justin, but I don't think he's looking to get his name. Exactly, he wants big fights. He's not looking to fight those guys and like, oh, get his name. He doesn't. It's not looking like he wants that at all.
Yeah,
Benny might, but he's already beaten Gamrot, and like that happened pretty recently. And Chandler's looking for that Connor fight, so it's really hard. I think that is the biggest issue with them getting into the top 5.
Honestly, because that's the we've been talking about it for fucking months since we fucking started this goddamn podcast, because it's been going on for fucking years. But of just how logjam 155 is and just people getting into the top. I feel like the timing of this is actually pretty damn good, because I feel like, especially with a big win, no matter who it is, this easily sets them up for the loser of the title fight between Charles Oliveira and Islam coming up.
Honestly, that's true, and especially if the UFC is looking to bring people in, knowing the fact that Justin, Dustin, and Chandler all want big fights. They're not looking to be those contenders that are fighting the guys in and holding their place and things like that. They are at the end of their career and they just want their money. So I could 100% see that. And it's like... I was going to say, like, if Charles loses again, which I'm really hoping he doesn't, so I'm not trying to put that into the air, I know he's willing to fight. You know what I mean? He's 100% willing to keep his spot, to solidify that he's up there, so, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's already beat everyone in the top 5.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, like, Oliveira, like, has beat everyone in the top 5.
Yep.
Except for himself, obviously, but you can't beat yourself, you know?
You sure can.
I think he beat himself against Islam, you know what I mean? Like that.
Oh, yeah, but you know what I mean.
He's beating everyone in the top.
I was about to say, out of everyone in the top 5, in terms of who's looking to actually, like, fight and keep their spot, it's Oliveira and Dariush.
Yes.
Dariush is 100% willing to fight. Like, he'll fight Fiziev easily. Like, that's the other thing.
Shit, I'm sure he'd fight Gamrot if it was offered. I just don't think it would be offered, is the thing.
No, yeah, that wouldn't be offered just because it's so.
He's like, I already beat this kid. Like, you want me to beat him again? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, I think he would do it to beat him again and just be like, sure, whatever, I'll fight, I'll get this money.
But I think Benny and Armin are trying to get hooked up together right now for what, MSG?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure originally it was talked for Abu Dhabi, but
it's too late for that.
Yeah. And Armin deserves a step up, so that's probably gonna be the fight that he gets.
Especially because he's number 8, right beneath them, and he's the only one out of like those 3 outside that hasn't gotten that top 5 fight. So
exactly,
definitely does make sense.
And because with it's maybe if Oliveira gets the win, I could see Islam being like, all right, now we got to go to the trilogy. You know what I mean? And so like that could possibly like hold things up a bit longer. But yeah, if all plays out perfectly, hopefully, just whoever wins that, they can fight Justin Gaethje, and the loser can get the winner of this one coming up.
Yeah.
And with that, who do you motherfuckers actually think is going to win this fight?
Bro, it's so
because
hard.
This is a fucking fight. Like,
it's a good-ass fight, but it's like 12-2 to 22-2.
Yeah.
Gamrot's way more proven.
Exactly. So I just wonder how much of a factor that'll play. It's not like he's old either. He's 32 years old to 30-year-old Fiziev. So it's like,
yeah, but that's kind of the thing. Gamrot's chin, like he's got really good skills. He's got really good grappling. His chin isn't the best. Like, he doesn't get knocked out, but he does get knocked down.
Yeah,
and he definitely gets hurt. So that's kind of where this is going to end up playing out, where it's like, I think Fiziev looks really good at the beginning. First round and a half. But then Gamrot's going to take over with the grappling, with just his pressure style of fighting. Like, I think that Fiziev's just going to gas out like he did in the Gaethje fight, and Gamrot's going to be able to either pull out a sub in the third or just get the decision.
That's really fair. And it's like, he has shown to be able to go over 5 rounds, you know what I mean? Got the win over Armin in the UFC over 5, so I just feel like Fiziev's gonna pull it out. I don't
because I feel like the thing with Gaethje and we've talked about it so many times where it's like that top 5 is such a different animal than the 6 to 15. So it's like, I feel like going 3 because was it a main event or was it a co-main? How many rounds did he go with Gaethje?
It was 3.
Okay, that's what I thought. I feel like going
co-main on the London card.
Okay, that's what I thought. Going 3 rounds with Gaethje, I feel like it's probably just as hard as going 5 rounds with somebody else, just because of taking his punches. You know what I mean? Like, that is something that I feel like people don't really take into account that will affect your cardio as well. It's just getting beat the fuck up.
Yeah.
And it's like, we all know that Gaethje is a power puncher. He'd be knocking people the fuck out. He'd be fucking people up. Like, so it's just, I wonder if like getting past that power was the hard part, and that's what made him so tired.
And it's also like Gaethje, like his durability and like his fucking ability to fight through the fire. Like, even if Fiziev put on like the same kind of performance and like damage in round 1, like against Gamrot as he did Gaethje, and like got just as tired, round 2, like Gamrot round 2, like after that is not going to be the same as Gaethje round 2 after. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I feel like he might even just like tear up his leg, and it might even just be hard for him. I think I'm going with a second round KO for Fiziev, honestly. I feel I think he's going to get it done.
It's all going to depend on Gamrot's actual like durability, but then also like what Fiziev's cardio looks like when he's getting grappled.
Yeah,
because we talk about like getting the shit beat out of you. You gotta remember,
but I know grappling cardio is another, like, it's just everything is its own beast.
Yeah, not even just a grappling cardio, but like, how is he gonna deal if he gets put into like an armbar or a fucking Kimura or a choke? Like, what is Fiziev's reaction going to be like? And things like that. Like, how much energy is he going to expend trying to get out of those? Like, there are so many variables to this fight, because Gamrot's a decent striker, but he's mainly a grappler. Fiziev is a great striker, and we haven't really seen his grappling all too much.
I'm trying to I want to look up, because I like Just want to look up the stats on his RDA fight. Yeah, that's why RDA went 2 for 16 on takedowns over basically 4 rounds against Fiziev. And it's like obviously older version of RDA, you know what I mean? Like, but that's, I don't know, he does have good takedown defense, you know, just like being able to finish RDA in the 5th round, getting like wins over, you know, like Brad Riddell, Hanato Moicano. It's like I know like Gamrot's good, but I just don't think I don't think his grappling is at that level where he could just kind of shut down Fiziev and, you know, just like just take him out of his game.
Like, he's gonna shut him down like that, but I mean, and his takedowns aren't the best. Like I just looked at the stats, and he's 12. He's landed 12 of 82 attempts, but that's the thing. It's 82 attempts in however many fights he's had.
Yeah,
I think he's 6-2 in the UFC.
7 fights.
Yeah, 5 and 2.
So
he's 5 and 2.
Averaging over 10 takedowns per fight. Just defending that many takedowns takes
he defended those 14.
No, I know.
Again,
like it's an old RDA, and we'd actually like if we were to, like we need to. I would actually like to go back and watch that fight because I'd be interested to see like what type of shots they were as well, because they could be like, you know, get in, don't think you're gonna get it, because RDA is gonna not, especially older, is gonna like, I don't think I'm gonna get this, so he's gonna back off, disengage, and try and strike when he gets when he's disengaging.
Nah, yeah, that's fair, but yeah, I mean either way, it's gonna be a great fight for as long as it lasts, and I mean there are some other good fights on this card that could contend for fight of the night, but this is a solid number 1 pick for getting fight of the night for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Moving into the co-main event, which, as we said earlier, another fight with some stakes on it. Bryce Mitchell, motherfucking Thug Nasty, he got them camo shorts. Yeah, he's been had them, but it's just video popping up again recently, so I had to bring it up. Yeah. But he's fighting 50K Dan Ige. It was actually kind of just an interesting thing. Just before we started, I wanted to just like relook at Dan Ige's just record and, you know, wins in the UFC. His only top 15 opponent that he has ever beaten was Edson Barboza in a split decision win.
Yeah.
And so with that, do you think the UFC is setting this up for just a good comeback fight for Bryce Mitchell to look good and get back into the top 10 of that division?
I mean, he still is ranked at number 10, but
get back in more like fighting up in the top 10.
Yeah. But
yeah,
probably
more than likely. It's just one of those things where also like Dan Ige has won 2 fights in a row. Both of them were unranked guys who are not ranked in his division or unranked. So it's like he should be fighting somewhere in that 10 to 15 range anyway. And it's like Bryce is coming off a loss. He's coming off 2 wins. Like put these 2 together, and it makes all the sense in the world, in my opinion, for that.
Yeah, it's just like it definitely does, you know, that makes sense, but it's just in my head
it's just kind of crazy looking at that because I never realized, like, I didn't I don't know, it kind of just makes it hard because it's like, yeah, he kind of keeps showing that every time he takes a step up in competition he doesn't win. Dan Ige.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of, at first when you were saying that, like, it's hard to think of Dan Ige as like, oh, let Bryce look good because, you know, he's a ranked guy, he's up there. But then when you put it into perspective of like, yeah, he's doing good over the non-ranked guys and then losing to all the ranked, it's like, this might just be, for Bryce to look real good because
I mean, yeah.
It's like, yeah, you know, like, you know, in his last 7 fights, he's 3-4. He's got wins over Nate Landwehr, Damon Jackson, and Gavin Tucker, with losses to Movsar Evloev, Josh Emmett, Chan Sung Jung, and Calvin Kattar. You know what I mean? Like, that's where it's like, yeah, he can look really good against a certain level of competition, but that ain't fucking Bryce Mitchell, man. Like,
no, it's
I mean, like, he's coming off, you know, like, that was a real rough loss to Ilya. But
that's Ilya.
Yeah, like, Ilya is a fucking hammer.
Ilya's been looking like a world beater for a minute now.
And it's like, if what Bryce is saying, like, you know, he's not just sitting here making excuses, he's just talking about it. It's like he went into that fight real fucking sick. Yeah. You know?
And honestly, and even with that, it's like, even if it's not like really true for that one, I feel like him just, saying that, like, I don't think that he's gonna be one to, like, however, like, he's gonna bullshit, like, say whatever, like, but he doesn't actually feel that way. So even if it's just, like, a little, like, dumb thing to convince himself of, like, nah, that wasn't me, it's like, he's gonna be coming into this confident as ever, like,
True,
so I don't think that'll, even I just feel like it being a rough loss, that it'll play, like...
Because I just feel like with him talking about how he's not mad at the loss, he's mad at himself for letting his pride get in the way and taking the fight rather than just pulling out the way that he should have, it's like, he probably really was just sick.
No, yeah. And that's because like we were talking about before, and it's like I definitely agree. But fighters will do whatever mental gymnastics to keep their head in the game, and it's like at a certain point, like you have to do that, like to try and still compete at the highest level.
For sure.
But so
Bryce just gonna look good in this fight?
I think so, because like he smashed Edson Barboza, like he beat him up on the feet, took him down, like. Andre Fili, Charles Rose, he was just on a real nice streak in the UFC and just overall before losing to Ilya.
He's gonna look good over 3 rounds, all 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Dan Igue's never been finished.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say maybe he could sub him because Movsar is he's just that decision guy. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I could potentially see Bryce getting a sub.
Bryce's wins, except for his one twister, have been decisions anyway. So it's not like it's not his thing to go out there and just beat people up over 3 rounds. Like he probably will just look nice as fuck over the 3 rounds.
Yeah. So
Bryce has 9 wins by subs, 6 by decision.
Yep, but all of those subs were career. Other than the one
pre-UFC.
Yes.
So it's probably looking like Bryce Mitchell by decision is a pretty good bet for the night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wonder what those odds are gonna be. Probably like minus 400. Nah, but yeah, that should be a good fight though. And just definitely expecting Bryce to look very nice.
Oh yeah.
Moving into a fight where I don't know if either fighter is gonna look too nice. Honestly, this is a rough one for both of them.
Yeah.
Marina Rodriguez versus Michelle Waterson-Gomez. This is a must-win for both of them. Like,
they're Marina 36, Michelle 37.
Yep.
Like,
it's also just because seeing that before and just like realizing that they were only a year apart in age. It's like, damn, fucking Michelle has been around forever, and Marina's much newer, and it's like, damn, only a year younger. But yeah, I'm not Virna. Fuck, I just seen it on our record. So Marina, on a 2-fight losing streak to Amanda Lemos, Virna Jandiroba. She does have a win over Michelle in 2021, so it is a rematch. I kind of forgot about that fight, honestly.
Yeah,
2 years.
Damn, that's crazy. I really wasn't even that long ago at all. I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, Michelle on a 3-fight losing streak. Last win, split decision over Angie Hill.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, Angie Hill gets fucked over on splits, so Angie probably should have won that fight.
I did
without even thinking about
won that
it.
Fight, in my opinion. It's
I don't remember the fight off top head.
I 100% remember because I'm pretty sure that was in the 2-fight losing streak with her and against her and Claudia, where she should have won both of those, but this isn't here or there. We're not talking about Angie, even though we love to talk about her. Find any way we can to bring her up, but 3-fight losing streak. It's 37. I'm not expecting this to be a great fight. And I'm just I don't really know how to feel about this too much.
I honestly think it's one of those fights where it's I don't know. Maybe they're trying to clear the division. Marina wins, Michelle maybe drops out. Who knows if she retires? Maybe she fucking gets cut.
Michelle's still ranked number 12. Marina's still ranked number 8. It's just crazy, honestly, thinking about it.
I don't know. There's people coming in now, and I just think that they're ready for things to change. Because it's even with Michelle, she is 6-7 in the UFC. She loses, she'll be 6-8. She'll be on a 4-fight losing streak. She has that one win in between with the split decision that apparently she should have lost, and then 2 losses before that. Like,
which I mean,
it has not been going well for her since 2019.
Which I was about to say, until like really like the Angie went like take out the 3-fight losing streak. Like her record, like it was still 3-4, but her losses were to Rose Namajunas, Tisha Torres, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and Carla Esparza. Like, most of those are not bad losses.
Yeah, no, this is top of the division, but
yeah, and now she's on a 3-fight losing streak. Potentially, like, could the cap off to her career could be a 4-fight losing streak started and ended by Marina.
That'd be really funny. I mean, it wouldn't be, but it would.
I'm sorry.
I know. I was gonna say, like, I feel like she might be able to like edge out like a decision here, but the sound of that is just too perfectly MMA, and
I know
it just has to that has to just be what it is. It's like fucking Carolina, like going on the 5-fight like losing streak or whatever, and her 2 wins before and after were Felice Herrig. But yeah, so Marina by unanimous decision?
Probably. Okay, so Michelle not out of the rankings, but just dropped down to like
13.
Oh man.
Angie, the one person she's beaten that streak.
So nothing changes.
Yeah.
The division literally doesn't move unless Michelle somehow wins, which is worse for the division.
But I mean, I guess either way, it really doesn't make too much of a difference because we still do have other people. We have active people in there. We have people coming in. Like, because if you look at 11 through 15, other than Michelle and Angie, it's like, we have Tabitha, Loopy, Carolina.
I mean, Carolina's
older. I just remembered that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of somebody else honestly, and then I was like, wait, no, that's her. But.
It's like,
but she'll fight, and someone else will get in there. And
is Tabitha and Loopy really that's in there? That's like up and coming.
Yeah, like I said, once I started, then I was like, oh wait, never mind.
Mackenzie Dern is moving up. Like, I know she's right above Marina, but like in terms of like movement, there's actually movement at the top of the division, which is weird for a lot of divisions right now. Like,
it's just crazy how
to actually have that.
It's crazy how fast 115 went like from clearly being the best division in like the women's side to it just
being 125.
Yeah, like just clearly dropping off very quickly. It's like I don't know, it's kind of crazy.
I think it's just because everyone at 115 actually like fights each other, like so like people have weird wins and losses to different people are. It's also the
oldest division, like second oldest. Sorry,
second.
Yeah, but like it's been around forever.
Is the oldest.
But it's
the worst of the 3.
Yeah, like they've just fought. Like to your point, they just all fought each other and shit. So it's like people just hanging around. So it's like, what do? We just need to get new people in here, but all the new people are at 125. But yeah, so hopefully it's a good fight though. But yeah, definitely not expecting too much from that featured bout. Moving on to, I guess, my featured bout on this main card. Pooh Bear is back, Kate. How you feel about that?
What?
Pooh Bear. Brian Battle.
Brian Battle, Pooh Bear.
Yes.
I never knew that was his nickname.
Motherfucking Pooh Bear.
That's funny.
He's fighting AJ Fletcher. Is Brian gonna get a glorious highlight reel knockout again?
Probably.
Hopefully.
Because, he's got the one loss in the UFC to Renat on short notice, which was like, come on. Wait. As soon as he took that, it's like...
We knew what was happening.
Brian, it's like, respect for taking it, but goddamn, you're not looking for 2 paychecks, are you?
He still gets a paycheck, he just doesn't get that win,
Well, yeah, exactly. It's the second one,
But yeah, AJ never been finished before.
Yeah, but...
26 years old. Brian Battle gonna come out here and be the first person to fuck him up?
I'm thinking so. Because Brian Battle's fucking
Holy
good.
Shit. Hold on. Go to Brian Battle.
Okay.
Gotta make sure I saw this right. Damn, his arms are 10 inches longer. 67-inch reach to 77. AJ Fletcher 5'10". Fucking Brian Battle 6'1".
God damn.
Brian Battle by super knockout.
Bro, I never realized that.
Holy
How are
shit.
you fucking a welterweight and you got shorter arms than Max Holloway by 2 inches?
Yeah, that is insane.
You got a longer reach than Max? No, a shorter reach than Max?
Yes!
Max is 69, right?
Yes!
What the fuck?
Yes!
Yeah.
Max is 5'10" with a 69-inch reach at featherweight, and he's got fucking short-ass arms.
Yeah,
at
that
featherweight.
is insane. Holy shit.
Damn near everyone he fights at featherweight's got a longer reach than him. Even if he's like 5 inches taller than them, he still got longer arms.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, said I already thought that Brian was going to get, but yeah, that's like, bruh.
That's like confirmation. I don't think, like, AJ Fletcher has to get on the inside. I think.
No wonder why this man's 1-2 in the UFC.
Yeah.
How's he gonna fight any of these guys? The fucking with goddamn flyweight arms.
Dude, what do you mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine him getting in, like, up towards the top 15. How many guys in the top 15 have 80-inch reaches?
Jimmy's looking up Brandon Royval right now. He's like, I gotta see his reach.
Please tell me he's got shorter arms. Please tell me he's got shorter arms.
He does.
68-inch reach for Brandon Royval. 1 inch longer arms at 125 pounds.
Holy shit.
I had a feeling he was going to have longer arms. I was like, who's someone long and lengthy at flyweight? I was like, Royval.
Bro, what do you mean? Kai Kara France.
No.
5'4".
No.
69-inch reach.
Bro, he's literally got shorter arms than a toddler.
Yo. Nah, that's
Amir
fucked up.
Albazi, 5'5", 68-inch reach.
Bro, you think it's a typo? I'm looking this up somewhere
It might
else.
be a typo.
It has to be. Tapology had to have fucked up.
Sure dog?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's Sure Dog say?
It doesn't. Just has his height and weight.
What? I could have sworn that they would have it.
Wiki?
Hold up.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was just about to pull up his wiki.
I was about to go to the UFC. UFC stats.
Damn, yeah, that's...
UFC stats has a 67.
Bruh.
Yup, it sure does.
Well, congratulations, AJ Fletcher. You have definitely made history in all of our brains, and you will be remembered forever. Wow.
Damn.
Well, so yeah, let's go. Brian Battle, the man with one of the greatest names for fucking MMA. Let's go. He's gonna get to AJ's record of 10-2 after this one.
Yep.
Yeah. But main card opener. I think that this could end up being fight of the night, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Air Jordan. He's back against Ricardo Ramos. This is just gonna be a great fight.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot how actually 50-50 Charles Jordan is in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
With 5 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect 50-50 record.
Mm-hmm.
But
needs 4 more draws.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he's Ricardo Ramos basically got the same amount of UFC experience. He's coming off a very nice win, but very long ago. It's been 15 months since he's last fought. So he's had 2 fights canceled in that time. I don't know. How you guys feeling about this one?
Yeah.
Damn.
What do you guys think? Who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, okay, never mind. You clicked on someone else and I saw 36. I was like, yo, he's fucking 36?
Yeah, no, I clicked on fucking
Danny.
What's that?
Yeah.
27, 28.
Hikaru, yeah, 28.
I was about to say, they're a year apart.
Yeah, both of them
yeah.
young, very well experienced.
I was about to say, good experience, too. Like, not even, like, bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
Charles just kind of losing some of that experience, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Probably
like,
Ricardo. but it's gonna be a good ass fight.
Yeah.
I was supposed to. I could see this going either way. Honestly, because I mean, like some of the losses that like he has, like his loss in his debut to Death Green, like not the greatest. But like Andre Fili, 20-7 when he fought him. UFC vet.
Yeah.
Julian Erosa, not the greatest either, but vet. 34 fights when he fought him.
Yeah, super.
Shane Burgos was in the top 15. Top
Daniel
10,
Wood
I think.
about to be in the top 15.
Exactly. Like,
you know, he has like he doesn't have like the worst losses for what his record shows. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, he made his debut in 2019. You know, so 4 years ago when he was 23 years old. You know, so it's like
23-9-1 against Death Green, who had 30 fights.
Yeah, like so this dude has literally just been losing to fucking like other than the last two just super long time vets of MMA.
That's true, and like, also he be losing like decisions, and I know he got choked the one time, but you know that's a sub.
Julian is he's one of those guys. Like
but as like Ricardo, he be getting finished.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because in his 3 losses, it was 1 decision, but then he got ground and pounded first round by Leroy Murphy and body kick and punches by Said Nurmagomedov.
Which both, you know.
No,
both,
but I'm just talking about like the way he's lost, because both of them, the names that they lost to aren't bad, but I'm just talking about the ways.
Mm-hmm. And because even his first loss in his pro career was rear naked choke too, so it's like,
like he just be getting finished.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Jourdain by decision. I think that's gonna. I feel like he's just gonna be able to edge it out a little bit.
Nah, let's go Jourdain by finish.
Maybe.
It all depends.
He did go to a decision with Crone Gracie. That's a.
To be fair,
Crone Gracie 5-1, never been knocked out. Ricardo Ramos 16-4. Ricardo Ramos. I just knew I was gonna fuck it up. I had to hear it again, so I was like, I'm just gonna say it American. 16-4.
Ours are H's. When they start names in Brazil.
Been finished 3 times.
Yeah. I was about to say, yeah, but like Crone Gracie was holding on for dear life.
Crone Gracie, man.
Yeah.
This man was fucking butt scooting in 2023.
Let's go, the champ is here.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
You've seen the butt scoots.
Like, if it's in grappling, whatever.
We saw Jeff UFC, doing it.
Get the fuck out.
I mean, Neil.
Shit.
Wrong, Neil.
I feel like I've done so good.
Every time you're about to say, like, one of them, just
say the other.
Just say the other person.
That's what I just did.
Damn. God damn it.
This is like anytime we actually want to talk about, like, Chris Curtis and I'm saying like Curtis Blades or Curtis Blades. We want to talk about Curtis Blades and we end up saying Chris Curtis. It's those two and
these two. Every time. I mean, I've gotten much better with Curtis Blades and Chris Curtis.
Yeah.
Much better. I got that down.
I feel like most times now, like, there'll be like a little bit of a pause, but then you'll like say, you know, and it's like, yeah. But yeah, that should be a very fun main card though from UFC Apex. Let's go. Prelims though. We got some good fights. We got some fun fights. We got some dog shit, sloppy shit. And some whatever stuff, you know what I mean? So, what do you guys want to talk about? Which sort of thing do you want to bring up for this?
How many times has Cody Brundage pulled Gilly?
17.
Yeah. Cody Brundage versus Jacob Malkoon.
That's all I wanted to talk about with that.
And yeah, this is gonna be sloppy.
Yeah.
What about Jake Collier and Muhammad Usman?
That's gonna be even sloppier.
This is gonna be even worse.
Well, I know we're talking about sloppy. I'm like, what about this?
Look, Jacob and Cody is gonna be sloppy because this is gonna be very sloppy grappling. This was gonna be sloppy because it's gonna be very sloppy striking.
Yeah, Muhammad Usman back, fighting Jake Collier. He's gonna
probably wrestle.
Win, right?
He should probably win by wrestling.
He got to win over Junior Tafa. He should be able to beat Jake Collier. But it's heavyweight MMA, so Jake Collier's probably going to, like, spinning back kick him to the body and knock him out or something. Just because he's on a 3-fight losing streak.
I was about to say, heavyweights just end up winning their last fight just to be able to stick around to lose another 3.
Let's go Jake Collier by submission.
All right.
He's gonna.
God, he was trading wins back and forth too.
He's got one sub in the UFC over Chase Sherman.
Lost win.
Yeah, but he got some subs before that. It's fine.
He also has a spinning back kick to the body win in the UFC, so he is actually going to do that. I'm pretty sure that was at middleweight, though.
But he did it to a guy who was undefeated, so let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was at middleweight.
Yeah, he was a former middleweight, and then COVID hit him hard.
Sheesh. He went from middleweight straight to heavyweight?
Fighting?
Pretty sure.
No, there was a 205 bout, I think, in between all this.
Gotcha. But, yeah, that those are definitely going to be some sloppy shits for sure. Another fight that I think definitely has a contender to be fight of the night on this card. The motherfucking Dirty Bird. Tim Means is back fighting Andre Fiallo. This is
a fun fight.
Yeah. Someone's probably
win
getting
for Andre.
Huh?
Must win for Andre.
Yeah, he had a good start, but
he's on a 3-fight losing streak.
Yeah, because he had his debut loss to Michel Pereira, which, you know, is not too bad. But then finished wins over Miguel Baeza and Cameron Van Camp. And I'm pretty sure that was the first, Miguel Baeza's first, okay, no, that was actually his 3rd loss on that streak. Never mind. Not as good as I thought in my head. But,
Cameron Van Camp was on it was Van Camp's debut. Got sloppy. And got left hooked to hell.
Yeah, but
Jake Matthews put a beating on him.
I was gonna say he's been finished 3 times in the past year and few months.
Yeah.
Yep. Tim Means also on a 3-fight losing streak. 2 submission losses and a split decision loss to Max Payne Griffin.
The right cross from Jake Matthews, spinning back kick and punches from Muslim Salikov, and a head kick from Joaquin Buckley. Yeah. So I don't know. It's like Andre is 10 years younger than him, but this streak he is on is not good for his head. So I don't know.
Is the Dirty Bird going to get his first KO TKO win since the Ultimate Fighter 28 finale in 2018?
This was also only 4 months ago. His head kick from Joaquin.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was May 20th.
Yep.
It feels like he hasn't fought in a while, honestly. Tim Means is definitely getting his first KO TKO win since 2018.
I can see it.
Yeah.
He's the fucking Dirty Bird, man. He's the fucking that just old scrappy vet from fucking Albuquerque, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, and this dude has fought who's who at fucking welterweight. Jesus
Hell
Christ.
Yeah.
Neil Magny, Diego Lima, Matt Brown, Alex Oliveira twice, Bilal Muhammad, Nico Price, D-Rod, Mike Perry, Nicholas Dalby, Kevin Holland, Max Griffin, Alex Moreno, like, Jesus Christ. Thiago Alves in there as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's go motherfucking the vet Dirty Bird. That would be a great win for him to get.
Yeah. This does have potential, though, to be fight of the night. Like, it's up there. It's up there.
Yeah, or it could just be a real nice performance bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on how it goes, it could. Either way, $50K.
Let's go. Not going to Danny Ige. Let's go.
I don't know. Danny Ige could have Tucker Bryce Mitchell. I doubt it, but
no. Yo, you think this man can one-punch Bryce Mitchell?
Okay. Do I legitimately think it, or do I think the MMA gods would do it?
Both. Neither. No. None of those.
Do I think it will happen? No. Do I think the MMA gods like to see people suffer? Yes.
No! We're not suffering this weekend. Let's fucking go. But yeah, pretty solid card overall. Sad Javid Basharat is not on it. Our boy, we love him. Is good fun.
Yeah, but it's okay. He'll be on the Abu Dhabi card.
Yeah, always good for a solid 15 minutes. Him and his brother, right?
Yeah.
The Basharat bros.
He got the sub though. Got me that perfect.
I forgot Cody Bryant just took this on short notice.
Fuck Cody Brundage. But yeah, that's the UFC card from the Apex this weekend. Let's fucking go. Yeah, should be a good one. We also got some Bellator this weekend too.
Yeah, Bellator 299.
Yeah, the last of the 200s. Crazy. And it's a pretty good title fight on that one, to be fair.
Yeah.
They got a 21 fight card going on from Dublin, Ireland, Saturday morning for us.
That's fucking crazy. How many of these turn into post-limbs?
At least 7.
I was honestly thinking like 10.
Honestly, I could see it.
They got a 5-fight main card, so that means 16 prelim bouts. They're getting through 9.
Okay, yeah, they're getting through a good amount.
But yeah. Undefeated Johnny Eblen looking to defend the middleweight title against Fabian Edwards, Leon Edwards' brother, looking to make it the fucking double championship household. That'd be a pretty cool thing, honestly. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, let's go, Johnny.
Yeah, I just feel like Johnny's gonna ragdoll him.
Yeah. Johnny's really good. Like, from what I remember from his last fight, like, just good.
Johnny, pressure Eblen.
Yeah.
Anatoly Tokov.
Yep. Undefeated overall, 9-0 in Bellator. Yeah, just he's definitely a decision guy overall. But it's like, yeah, he can definitely wrestle his ass off to a point where it's like, bro, he just, I don't know, easily beating Gegard Mousasi over 5 rounds, you know what I mean? To, like, get the belt and, like...
About to say.
Gegard
is a vet.
Yeah, like, how many times do we talk about how, like, people will have 30 fights or something like that?
Holy shit, yeah, 11-0 to 49-7-2.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, have 30, 40 fights or whatever, and they're, like, fucking 20-10 or 25-11, shit like that. Like you said, 49 wins, 7 losses.
9 losses.
Or
9 losses.
Oh, sorry, is that the point when he fought him?
You're good.
49, 9-2.
Even to this point, doesn't even have double-digit losses in over 60 MMA contests.
Yeah, that's insane.
0 no contest as well, somehow.
Yeah, and this dude has literally fought everyone fucking all over, different weight classes, different promotions, different countries. Like,
his last 2 losses were actually to Johnny Eblen and Fabian Edwards.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
This man has literally fought from, like, freaking I had the name in my head. He's literally fought from Melvin Manhoff and Ronaldo Souza all the way up to Mark Hunt and Fedor Emelianenko.
Yeah, like, just like 9-3 record in the UFC, 7-3 record in Bellator, which is mostly past his prime at this point. And still a 7-3 record at championship level, 8-0 in Dream from way fucking back in the day, and 4-1-1 in Strikeforce. Like, just a fucking legend.
Talking about mostly past his prime, he went to Bellator in 2017, so that was only 5 years ago. Okay, yeah, I guess. So he was 33 years old at that point. He was coming out of his prime when he went into Bellator. Yeah. Like in the middle of it, but on the,
And he should have gotten a title shot in the UFC, but he just, with all the bullshit going on, he's like, I ain't getting no motherfucking title shot, and so he just,
It was after...
It was when Bisping was champ, like, fucking trying to get the GSP fight, and, like, it was
after he beat Weidman, he left the UFC to go to Bellator.
Yeah.
Dude was on a 5-fight winning streak in the UFC. Like, this dude should have been getting a title shot. And considering the people he beat, Talos Latis, Thiago Santos, Vitor Belfort, Uriah Hall, and Chris Weidman.
Yeah, like, all top 15 guys at that point, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
But yeah, so this should definitely be a good one. But yeah, I'm gonna expect Johnny Eblen to retain over 5 rounds by decision, move it up to 14-0. And then he becomes the PFL middleweight champion.
Yep.
Because they don't have a middleweight division.
Yeah.
I mean,
but yeah,
entirely possible. Yeah.
Let's go. Other than that, is Bellator. We don't really.
Yeah, they have their one good fight at the top, and then everything else drops off a cliff.
Well, in reality, they do got a lot of good fights. It's just we just don't be paying attention enough to really know them or respect them. You know what I mean?
Like to know them, like.
No, I know.
It's just talking about another person with a lot of wins losses. Daniel down here versus Mads Burnell. 42-14, 0 draws. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Other person with a fucking record and a half.
But someone on the prelims, maybe post-lims, no idea where it's going to fall. Let's fucking go. We'll see Saturday morning. Motherfucking Hassan Magomedsharipov is Zabit's brother on Bellator card, so that's also another fun one. 8-0 undefeated. Be real cool to see him do some good shit at 145.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it's a Bellator Dublin card. They got a lot of Irish fighters, a lot of just UK talent and just global talent overall. So hopefully it's just a fun event to enjoy.
Yeah.
With that, that'll bring us into our next little good bit of stuff. MMA news, let's go! Because holy fuck, we got some
good
shit.
Fight announcement.
We got some. So, pay-per-view calendar has now been filled out for the rest of the year. We know all the title fights that we're getting atop those cards. So, with that, let's start with motherfucking MSG. We knew John Jones and Stipe was going to headline that shit, but we're just like, what's going to be that co-main event? Maybe it's Leon Colby, maybe it's a bantamweight championship fight on the female side, maybe, you know what I mean? But they said, nah, let's get the next set of big boys up in there. Because it's official. Alex Pereira is fighting motherfucking Yuri for the vacant 205 title.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good ass fight.
So I'll just type that in now for fight of the year, right? As long as that goes over 2 rounds.
I was about to. You think this is gonna go over 2 rounds?
I honestly have no idea. The only thing I could guarantee from this fight is nothing but violence.
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be a very violent fight. For however long it lasts, it's going to be fucking violent. I could see, there are too many, I'm picturing a lot of ways for Alex to win, but I also, for some reason, I'm like, yeah, Alex is gonna go for a left hook, but Yuri's just gonna pull counter into a flying knee that's gonna knock him out, some dumb shit like that. Because Yuri's that type of guy.
If he pulls up with his antenna again, that's a fucking scary night for Poatan. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's gonna go out there with his fucking signal, catching all the Wi-Fi in the octagon. He's gonna fucking sit there powering up his right hand, and he's gonna try and Falcon punch him. Boom. But yeah, I'm just so excited. That's just gonna be such good shit.
That is a good ass fucking fight. It's gonna be fucking violent.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. It's fucking violent.
The fight we needed. But real quick, actually, before I move on, me and Kate were talking about it the other day when it was announced, and the rightful way for this fight to end is in a draw.
Yes. It's actually the only way I want it to end.
How beautiful would that be?
I'm praying to the MMA gods every night because I personally would absolutely love to see Dana.
They have to zoom in on his face as soon as...
Immediately. Because, what type of curse would be put over the division if that did happen? With Yuri getting the win, pulling out from injury, Jan vs. Magomed goes to a draw, Jamal vs. Glover, Jamal wins, Jamal pulls out for an injury, and we get Poatan vs. Yuri, and it goes to a draw. It needs to happen. I need it.
The greatest curse in MMA history.
I need you to imagine the aneurysm Dana White will have if that goes to a draw, and then both Jones and Stipe retire.
You think Dana would show up to the press conference that night?
He'll be in the hospital!
Bro, I didn't even think about that, on top of it right afterwards. Holy shit. We could have possibly the greatest night in UFC history.
I need it!
Bro, because,
the aneurysm this man would have.
Stipe knocks Jones out, retires.
But it's how
Jones
crazy
retires.
of a curse, though, for Glover, that not only because there's been like, you know, the Paul Felder curse where you beat him, you lose your next fight, you know, just certain things like that.
Or Chiesa. Same with Chiesa.
But to for the curse to be, if you beat me, I will then take a fucking limb from you, force you to be out for a long period of time, and not only that, in the next title fight afterwards, we're not gonna have a winner. Like, that's some legendary shit. Because the only
rightful thing after that draw is Glover comes back to then fight whoever the next contender
Johnny Walker.
They win, and then they pull out with an injury.
And it's Johnny Walker. He's gonna fucking vacate the belt as soon as he fucking wins it because he's gonna injure himself in the post-fight fucking victory thing. He's gonna go to do the fucking worm and like break his spine or something like that. He's gonna be like, "Well, give it back. We're fucking running another fight in another month." Yeah.
This is one curse I'm down for.
Yeah,
I need both those things to happen. I want to see someone's head physically I want to see, like, because Dana White's head I think would physically explode from the blood pressure alone.
Yo, like, there's Dana Pink, there's Dana Red, we're gonna see Dana Purple. Like,
bro, he's gonna go fucking plaid. What do you mean?
Alright guys, if this happens and he has a heart attack, we have to delete this video.
Like, are we like legally responsible for this?
I don't think we would be, but also
do the laws of nature uphold in a court?
No, but also,
they might in bird law
to get a stress-induced heart attack or a stress-induced stroke. Which would be more likely?
Same,
I'm sorry, we're gonna but let's move on.
But yeah, some good potential shit at MSG. I cannot wait for it. Ooh, let's fucking go. But yeah, to the December pay-per-view headliner. Welterweight title is on the line. It's official. Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington.
We all knew it was happening for so long, but it's finally official.
I have basically this like same kind of feeling with this fight as like Jones and Stipe, where it's just like, I get why they're doing it. I don't like it. It shouldn't be this fight, but let's just finally get it fucking over with so we can move on with the division. Like,
yeah, can we stop talking about this fight? Actually, let it happen so we can just
exactly
move on with our lives. Yeah, of course, then there's fucking Colby talking about, if I win and Islam wins, my first defense is going to be against Islam Makhachev moving up, which I'm wondering how the fuck you planned that out, but okay.
Makes sense. I like it. That's a big fight.
Whatever, he needs to lose.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
But overall, the fight itself, it should be a good fight. I do think that, like, stylistically, it is a harder fight for Leon than Usman. Especially, like, at this point, like, I don't know, Colby is definitely more of a capable grappler than Usman. Like, his body is just fucking destroyed at this point. But yeah, so let's go. Hopefully it's a good one.
Yeah, but Colby's 35 years old, so he's gonna lose.
Probably, yeah.
I was about to say, Colby's also older. He's like,
it would go part of the stat of like,
Usman.
Yep.
You know, of 35 in championship fights, welterweight and under, losing.
Yeah.
Only one to do it is Woodley. So he ain't Woodley. He cannot drop a rap song called "I'll Beat Your Ass." So
and then go on to lose every single fight after that song was released.
6 fights precisely.
Any fucking way. Because the co-main.
Yes.
The co-main. They fucking did it.
I am so happy they did the right fucking thing here. They didn't do no bullshit bringing in fucking like Amir Albazi or something, because for some reason he was above Brandon Royval in the rankings. Like, there'd be some shit going on sometimes where it's like, come on, like, what the fuck are we doing here, you know?
That's when the UFC pulls out their real rankings.
Yeah, it's like, we don't fucking...
What's this media shit?
I don't even know what the fucking website is.
Yeah.
It's like we sit down in our war room and we see the names right there on the big board.
Yep.
But yeah, Alexandre Pantoja looking to go and defend his belt for the first time. against Brandon Royval. It's a rematch. It wasn't too long ago that it happened, but it's the fight that deserves to happen. Like, there's no doubt about it. And I mean, cause I know that, like, you know, I've said it a few times to you guys. I don't know how much, like, if I brought it up on the podcast, but Brandon Royval knocking out Nicolau like that, I ain't never gonna doubt this man again. He has the ability to just absolutely smash anyone in that division, and more than likely he is going to, because motherfucking raw dog.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And I think that's kind of the thing with what you were saying, though, like them like not doing that bullshit thing and bringing in Amir. I think that's because I personally think if you're gonna do another fight, like Brandon needs a fight, do Amir and Brandon next, because Manel and Kai should fight each other.
Yep.
And then that kind of all just lines up perfectly to get all those names together.
Yeah, just get some new blood like moving in the top of that division. Get some new title contenders lined up. You know, like. Because it's
exactly.
Because with like Amir having that very fucking controversial decision over Kai Kara France, which most people, including all of us, I believe, think that Kai should have gotten that.
Yep.
Yeah, Kai should have won.
It's like, give him a tough test to deserve and earn his spot for fighting for that title against the former champion, the number one contender. Like yeah,
exactly.
And I mean, shit, like it's. Bro, fucking, if they plan on going to Mexico for quarter one next year, bro, co-main event to Alexa Grasso, Brandon Moreno versus Amir Albazi.
Nah, hell yeah.
That's some good shit.
That's a good one.
I like that.
Hell yeah. But, so yeah, those are our championship fights that are lined up for the rest of the year. The one thing with all of these announcements that made me very sad is that we don't get Volko again this year, which it's like...
Yeah.
It's like, we already got him three times in a year. It's like, you know, no fucking champion is doing that right now. So that's really why, like, I wanted it, and it's also, like, 35 now, so it's like, he's...
just trying to be active, really do his thing.
Yeah, before his time's over, and, like, I feel like he just understands that. He knows that you only got so much time at the top. But yeah, hopefully we get him early next year. Probably February if they go back to Australia again.
Yep, him versus Ilya. Let's go.
But, there's been a lot of talks lately about UFC 300. Whole bunch of people want to get on UFC 300. That's going to be a card many people are fighting for. Even Volk was saying that him and Izzy should be on that card. But one person looking to get a spot on that card.
With a little return.
Motherfucking Paul Felder. I hate that he keeps talking about wanting to come back, and especially with this and everything. I'm just like, God fucking damn.
He's officially back on the roster.
Yep.
With that, though. In my head, there are 3 fights that you can do. One of them I absolutely do not want to see at all, but it is definitely a potential fight that I can see the UFC doing and happening for a big card like UFC 300. But the 3 fights, a rematch with Dan Hooker, I would 100% be up for that. Yeah, okay, you're shaking your head, whatever. I don't know.
I understand it. I don't know.
There's just, you know,
it all depends on what happens, I guess, but keep
going. A fight with him and Jim Miller, I would be down for
That's
UFC 300.
Thinking. Because I know Jim Miller really wants to get on that, and he should be on it because that'd be fucking awesome.
And that's such a big name, like that's a big fight, that's.
And both of them just being older guys. I know Jim Miller's been active throughout the years, where Paul hasn't, but it's still just I like that fight. That's the one that I had in my head.
Gotcha, and And Paul has like gotten much higher in the division, you know, so it's like with not being active, like it makes
exactly.
And the one that I absolutely do not want to see, but I just have a feeling that we're going to see some talks or we're going to see some possibilities of it, is him versus Tony Ferguson. I very much think that that's a potential fight.
That is.
It just, I don't know.
I didn't even think of that.
When I saw it, that was just one of the names that instantly popped into my head of like, if they're going to, if Tony still is like, obviously he's still trying to fight, and it's like, if they're going to give him another one, big name in Paul Felder coming out of retirement, I can easily see them doing that.
Does Paul want to keep fighting at 155? Like, even with the comeback?
So. I'm sure Tony would be down for 170. I'm sure Jim Miller would be down for 170.
170?
I think even fucking Dan Hooker would be down to fight him at 170 to get on that card.
My first thought was, yes, Jim Miller.
Uh-huh.
Tony never even entered my mind. For some reason, in my mind, my second thought was, put him and Matt Brown together.
Yeah,
that is a violent fight, and that's a fun one.
That's definitely a weird one.
And it's an old man's fight. Like, it works. He has fought at welterweight before.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Felder is not like really small at welterweight either.
Yeah, he's 5'11".
Like, he's not the biggest.
But hasn't he also been doing like a bunch of like fucking triathlon type things like after? So he's probably fucking way leaner than what he was like during fighting normally.
I mean, yeah, it just depends.
I don't know, but I mean that's not a bad fight. Like, that's a fucking scrap. Like, you know,
exactly.
Like if they announced that, I would not be mad at all. It's like,
I was just like, yeah, like in my head, I just started thinking like the old man fights. I didn't even think of Tony because in my head he's retired.
It was just thinking of who they would do. You know what I mean? Like that. It was just. I feel like that's a easy one to kind of go to.
The only reason I think I went with these is because I feel like this fight would end up on the prelims.
Mm-hmm. Prelim main event,
with
probably.
Paul Felder, so
300
is gonna be stacked. I feel like this is gonna be one of those cards where it's 3 title fights.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see who they can get lined up and booked.
Yeah, exactly. This should be around April, May next year.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But speaking of lining up title fights and trying to get shit booked, Dana White, after a Contender Series, he did his little fucking post-fight press conference, and he was very adamant about the fact that that was some bullshit with that Grasso-Shevchenko decision.
Yes.
And that absolutely the thing to do is for them to run back the trilogy.
Yeah.
This is where it gets a little bit funny, though. Because he's saying they're going to Mexico Q1 next year, and Alexa Grasso's next fight should be in Mexico, could be the main event.
Yep.
And Valentina is like, hey, we did that fight on Mexican Independence Day, let's go to fucking Kyrgyzstan and do that shit on our Independence Day.
But not even just that. She's like, she got that edge because it was the Mexican Independence Day and because it was Noche UFC. So it's like, is she going to want to go to Mexico and fight her in Mexico?
No.
Right.
Like, I could see that being a problem of them trying to get that booked and UFC possibly getting a little bit pissed off at Valentina. And then it's going to come down to short notice who wants to take a fight against Alexa Grasso, Montefiore, and Blanchfield.
It'll probably be Aaron.
Yeah, I think Aaron would be more willing to take a short notice.
Yeah, so I could definitely see like it playing out like that because that's, I don't know, those are just two total opposite ways of looking at things, and it's just.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and also, you don't know what's going to happen, like, in between now and then. Like, Grasso could get injured.
That's true.
Shevchenko could get more injured. Like, she already broke her thumb. Like, you know what I mean?
What a way to fucking, like who knows what?
He's right, though.
She broke her thumb. Maybe she breaks her whole hand this time.
She gets fucking spinning elbowed like fucking Kelvin Gastelum did. Like, who knows? Like,
yeah. But so yeah, we'll see what happens. Either way, just if they go to the trilogy next, let's get this shit going quick. We've had way too many lock jams.
Whoever wins, they won. Next contender, please.
Exactly. Moving on to the last little bits of news that we got. One fight that was announced, rebooking of a fight that did just happen. Edgar Chairez versus Daniel Lacerda.
I'm kind of surprised that they went back to it, honestly.
Yeah.
If
Lacerda wasn't on what was it, a 5-fight or is it 4-fight finish losing streak?
Yeah, he's
heading
0-4
into that?
in the UFC.
then
and now 0-4, 1 no contest.
Yeah, then it's like, and then if it also wasn't like he was about to get finished in the first round again, like I could see it, but yeah, now 0-4, 1 no contest, like all of them by finish basically. Like
it's like because it's that, but it's even just like the booking doesn't mean anything. There's no, you know what I mean? It's not going to do anything for them.
Like Chara's only fight heading into this was the loss to fucking Tatsuya Taira in the
That's
UFC.
what I was going to say. He's 0-1, he's new, and then this guy's 0-4, and now both of them are 0-1, 0-4, and 1 no contest. And it's just like, I don't know. That's why I just thought it was weird that they actually went back to it, because it's just like, for what? But at the same time, I get it. Premature stoppage, cool. But just weird. That's all.
To be fair, like, I think we kind of questioned why they went back to like Taffa and Austin Lane, but it's just like because that also had no meaning, no like stakes really. It was just, I don't know, like they've been doing it a little more recently.
Yeah, but that one just makes more
there's
sense.
some furry shit.
I was gonna say, I honestly feel like it's probably just because of like them doing more cards, needing like more fights, filling ad space and shit. They're just like, we got 2 guys that are down to fight very soon again. Fuck it, like
and they're not. And
we didn't pay these guys shit before. Like neither.
And there's no definitive winner.
Neither of them won, so we got fucking 2 checks and out of 1 fight instead of 3. So like they're just like, fuck it, run it back, get another fight in on some other card. But yeah, that's probably just why. I'll go on to the other fight bookings before we get into the non-fight booking thing to end it.
Yep.
But Miesha Tate is back versus Julia Avila. I don't understand the fight. It's weird. Maybe they just want Miesha Tate to get a win. I don't know.
That's kind of what I was thinking. It's just Miesha Tate has her name and they just want her to win. So
number 12 and number 13 fighting each other.
How is Miesha Tate in the ranking?
Because it's women's bantamweight.
It's still. It's a terrible division.
We've been saying this. Look, it's better than
terrible division. Great fight.
Hopefully
it's a good fight. It's about to look. It's a better division than the UFC's female featherweight division.
I'll give you that.
That doesn't exist.
Let's
anyway,
We're going to an actual great fight
anymore.
An actual great fight. Our boy Diego Lopez is back versus Pat Sabatini. This should just be a fucking scrap. Like, Pat's good. He's tough. It's just like, I don't know, man. With Diego coming out in the debut like that, I'm just like, I feel like he could finish anyone. Like,
and he's had a win since, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I forget who he beat.
God.
But it's just like, I don't know. That was just.
Okay, yeah, the first round triangle armbar, because
Who's it over again?
Gavin Tucker.
Gavin Tucker.
Because like with the fight that he had with Movzar, it's like we were talking about it. Even though he lost that decision, at no point did he stop going for things, and he was constantly trying, moving. Like he looked great in his loss. Then came out and finished Gavin Tucker first round, like just obviously looking good. So should be a great fight. Probably got him by whatever he wants.
Let's fucking go.
Some type of submission.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Alright. The last thing to talk about before we wrap up the podcast. What is this man doing? What is our boy? What's going on in this man's head?
He's not my boy.
He's my boy.
The division.
Ciryl Gane is just so committed to just being like, I'm not fighting anyone below me, as he's ranked number 1, and he's not getting a title shot next.
Because he's 2-2 in his last 4, and his 2 losses were in title fights.
Yeah. The next person in line is Sergey Pavlovich. It's like
you gotta get another win. What are you gonna do? Just sit out? Like,
I don't know. Like, is he literally just gonna wait and just sit out until other people are ranked above him, and then he's like, oh well, now I can fight someone.
That sounds stupid.
Like that's like the if that's he wants to fight someone above him to get his title title shot, then that's what he's gonna have to do. Like what?
Yeah.
What else is there to fucking do then? Like, you're not getting a title shot.
Makes no sense.
Right,
like,
because how Sergey on a 6-fight winning streak, all of them finishes, and yeah, you think that you're just not gonna fight anyone below you?
I wonder why Gon is one.
I don't.
That I don't understand.
You said what?
How Gon's still number 1.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, because it's like if you're actually looking at it as like contendership to the fucking title,
just a meritocracy of it. Like,
yeah, it's like dude is at best number 3. You know what I mean? Like
Sergey, hasn't been out of the first round since his fight with fucking Alistair Overeem?
Yeah, his UFC debut.
Yeah. No, even didn't that?
Oh no, even then that was the first round. He lost in the first round.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure.
Short notice debut. And then his longest fight was 4 minutes and 3 seconds.
Curtis, right?
No.
Shamil. Okay, yeah. Yeah, good old Shamil. But yeah, like I don't understand what he's trying to do. He's
trying to get that title shot.
Apparently, because I was listening to him talk to Errol about it, and he's just like, yeah, Tom is number 4. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to be fighting him right now. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, who are you going to fight?
Like, that's the one fight that makes sense.
And literally, if what we were talking about earlier happens where Jones and Stipe both retire,
yeah, that's where
in my opinion, Sergey, Aspinall.
Yeah, and it's like, I just feel like even with the fact of Cyril Gane just talking like he is, that just gives Tom the fucking right to fight for the title over him. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, go to that, and then they'll just be like, all right, like, yeah, what? Like, I'm just gonna sit out? Like, no, the UFC doesn't like that shit. Like,
no, hell no. If he gets offered it and he declines it, the UFC's gonna be like, oh, okay. Here's the winner of Curtis Blades, Jailton Almeida.
Yeah, exactly. Worst possible matchup. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's...
Yep.
But yeah, so we'll have to see what happens with that. And yeah, especially, like you said, if they both retire after MSG, that'll just make that shit even funnier and just like, what the... Yeah,
that'd just be great.
2024 for UFC heavyweight division is looking real interesting.
Yeah.
But with that, there ain't shit left to talk about. So we're wrapping it up. As always, press the buttons. Press them. Description, links in the descriptions, the things. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace out, everyone. Have a good night.